YouTube, as you maybe saw in the last video yesterday, with the with the box, I didn't have much luck. So for that reason, I kind of postponed this video, making the pure Gandora video. And I wanted to first of all cover the Burning Abyss one, I just felt inspired to do that one first. But today we have the pure, kind of pure, is it pure? It's not really pure, you could say, because we are playing some, I guess it depends, but it's considered the pure version of Gandora with gadgets. Let's fucking go. I'm not gonna lie, I did misplay a lot, I feel, because I was kind of doing three things at a time, at the same time, That's kind of classic. I was watching, actually, Luke Tyler's stream with Burning Abyss, best deck, let's go. Second best deck, of course, to Gandora. Okay, my bad. For the sake of the video, it's second best deck, okay? But anyways, that's why I don't have really a good win streak with the deck, and I do still think I need to learn the deck because it isn't as simple as it may seem. But yeah, anyways, this is the deck list. This is pretty much the standard pure version, and then there is also the ancient gear version that seems to be gaining popularity, and people do think it's better version. Is it though? I'm not sure. I don't have all the cards yet, so I can't test it out. Am I gonna get the cards? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Fuck. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna wait and see if the deck is gonna be good enough, and if it's gonna be fun for me to buy, But anyways, this is the deck list. You want to play 2 Giga Rays Gandora, you can, play 1, but I would definitely play 2. I decided to actually go with Black Luster Soldier. I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Just forget about it, Just forget about it, because the thing is, he's expensive. He makes the deck much more expensive, first of all. But second of all, I don't like recommending it in my, this is my first Gandora video. And I like in my, in a lot of videos, I like to recommend the decks as they, as they're being played, and, how I would try to build something like that. In other words, just don't think about it. It's a nice card to put into your deck if you like, but regardless, I decided to put it in because then we have more powerful monsters to follow up, besides Levy. But anyways, we have 3 Levy, pretty nice because with all of the lights from the deck and the darks you send with the skill, we can pop off, pretty nicely. Then we're playing 1 regular Gandora, which can be pretty nice, to go through 1 disruption and then go with the second, with the Giga Rays Gandora through the second disruption and potentially OTK. I'm only playing 2 gold gadget because, like you see, I only have 2. You would definitely play 3 gold gadget instead of 1 of red or green gadget, whichever you prefer. But yeah. Then we're playing 3 Witch of the Black Forest. I'm glad that I'm playing it because I'm actually finding use out of this ultra rare card. I have 4 of them, so finally some use for it. Also, it's a nice old anime card. Pretty classic card that, pretty nice. I really enjoy this because, first of all, Gandora is an anime archetype, and also gadgets are an anime archetype, so it's pretty nice that we actually are able to, play the anime deck, kinda. Copium. Then we're playing Crow because it's one of your best hand traps, also a dark. And the thing is, it's a monster, and if you don't use it, if the opponent isn't utilizing their graveyard, you can just send it to the graveyard with Giga Rays. Then we're playing triple Thunder Dragon, and for what reason? Well, the thing is, I will show the combo, but you want to discard it, and then you get 2 cards, so you basically have 1 extra card for, no reason, first of all, and then you also have lights in the graveyard to utilize with Levianeer, which is amazing, you know, pretty nice. Then triple silver gadget, pretty standard, and then you have to play more of your gadgets to activate the skill, and then just some hand traps in Kytroids. Kytroid is the best hand trap probably because it works when sent to the graveyard, so you can reuse it with Giga Rays and still have the effect. Also searchable with Gear Gigant, as you will see in the video, in the duel replays. And then we're playing White Princess, new hand trap, pretty nice because it basically enables you to survive a turn, you know, one card survive a turn, and then also material for Levianeer, a light monster, so pretty nice. And then Melody to have to see more of the Levianeer. The skill is Determination to Fight. That's the new skill we got. That makes the whole deck even work. You know, it seems like this is just a bunch of random cards, but with the skill it actually works. And then this is the extra deck. From the extra deck, you mostly will use Gear Gigant X. You will use Zombie Stein, probably Malevolent Sin. You should probably also have Diamond Wolf in there. Roach is apparently good in the mirror match. I haven't really summoned it, so I don't know. Xenophon is here because I saw other people were playing it, and yeah, I didn't use it. I didn't even feel the need for it. But yeah, Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon is, I guess, a nice also rank 4 to have in the deck. It's very situational, so you don't need it. But anyways, that's the deck list. Now it is time to duel. A little bit about Gandora is it emerged as a tier 1 deck, it seems, even in the KC Cup. I'm not completely sure about it. That's just what TPC said about it. Do I think Gandora is good? I think it is pretty good. Do I think it's spicy? I actually do think it's pretty fun. Cheap? Not really, you know. It's not cheap at all, let's be honest. But yeah, it's a nice deck to have if you have all the cards from before, so you only have to go once or twice for Giga Rays. In my case, I had all the cards before, you know, Levy, Witch, gadgets, and so I only had to go for Giga Rays Gandora twice, and I had a full deck. And it's, you know, pretty fun, and it's also a pretty unique style of play, you know. It does remind a lot of Thunder Dragons, but yeah. So the thing is, Melody works amazingly well with the skill, because otherwise, lots of times in like Thunder Dragons, you would have Melody, but you maybe also have like we had before we returned the Chaos Dragon Levianeer, we would have already Levianeer and Melody, which isn't as useful. But here we can return the Levianeer and then, you know, then have the full use of Melody. Now I do think I should have went with the Gold Gadget here, at least set it or normal summon it, because it floats, so we have much better chances of not getting OTK'd. Plus we do have a lot of, you know, a lot of value if Gold Gadget floats. Imagine if they destroy it, we can then summon a gadget, search a card, so for that, you know, we saved life points, plus we, you know, get an actual plus. So for that reason, you should definitely set Gold Gadget here. Even though this is not the optimal turn 1 board at all. But as you can see here, if we got destroyed by if our Gold Gadget got destroyed here, we would get a summon first of all, and then a search for another gadget. You know, if we summon Green Gadget, we can search for Red Gadget. And this is the thing that works very well with Gandora, is having a lot of monsters, a lot of advantage with the monsters. So here we can go with Gold Gadget into the Green Gadget, search for a Red Gadget. We can exceed. This is the standard play with Diamond Dire. You want to exceed to get rid of one of the back row. Okay, Determination to Fight. We can go into the Gandora. We can also activate Melody, get 2 Levianeers. Now we can send the flipped monster, which is 1 card, and then you have to use another card and we decide to keep the Gandora in hand, so we don't, so we have the materials left for Levianeer. The thing is, Gandora has 3 different effects based on how many different Gandoras you have. So for that reason, I decided to keep this Gandora, so we don't banish our graveyard, you know. As we can see right now, okay, he has a Fiendish Chain. And now we can easily just go with Levianeer and have easy game. We can destroy the board. We could have also yoinked a card from his hand, but I think you should go for game here. We just decide to go for Zombiestein and easily OTK. So this is what the deck is trying to do basically. You want to set up the board with gadgets and survive with gadgets basically, and then OTK with Levianeers and Gandoras. So yeah, pretty nice. It's interesting to see how this deck shapes the meta, especially in the KC Cup. I'm very much excited for it. I don't know how much I'm gonna play the KC Cup, but hey, definitely gonna be fun. Okay, so here we open a, well, not the best card against Harpies because we don't have hand traps, so we're kind of vulnerable here. So the thing is that I decide to go for this play. I decide to first of all search with the green gadget. This is the power of Thunder Dragon. You know, we have now 2 cards. We can return one of them to, this is the combo, the standard combo, 1 card combo with Thunder Dragon. Return one, grab the Gandora, discard it again now because we just returned it. And I think I had to go for Levianeer here because otherwise I feel like Channeler is basically OTK, right? Channeler literally OTKs. Now of course he may try to he may not try to go for OTK plays, but I do think that I'm pretty vulnerable here, so I decide to go for Levianeer. Also the thing is, Harpies don't really have an out to destroy the Levianeer necessarily, so the chances are pretty good that he will bounce my Levianeer, so he wouldn't bounce my green gadget, and in other words I'm gonna survive, plus I get my Levianeer back. That was my thought process behind this, but yeah. As you can see, he does have the Channeler, and he would have game here if I didn't summon Levianeer. Now of course he didn't know that I don't have Kytroid, but you know, he kinda has to go in as soon as possible, I feel, and he can't really make the Roach here, I think. So okay, he can make the Roach, but the thing is that yeah, I still think this was the play to go for the Levianeer here. So yeah, he can make the Roach. Roach plus 2 back row plus slash, pretty scary, not gonna lie. But let's see, maybe we can do something. Okay, we top deck Yellow Gadget, not the best top deck at all. Okay, we can go for Gandora now. Witch of the Black Forest also grabs a Surge. He decides to Floodgate here, not negate with the Roach, which we take those. And we have to search for the Kytroid with Witch, so we survive basically. Okay, he can get 2 cards with the Featherist, Perfumer, search for the field spell. And the good thing for us is he thought I will just destroy the dude, but the thing is that he knows we only have this 1 Kytroid with search, right? Because I mean, yeah, he could assume that we could have top decked another one, but the odds are that we only have this 1 Kytroid, especially because we searched for it with Witch of the Black Forest. So if he decided to activate the spell, he had game here. Just to say it out, he did misplay. But regardless, we do have a nice play here with Gold Gadget. We can go into the Red Gadget search for the yellow. We can, because we don't feel any delays, we can safely banish his Roach. So we can now go in with our Gandora and Levy. Levy goes in, okay. We destroy his back row. And now with the skill, we can with Gandora wipe the whole field and the graveyards, and he gets quite big, as you see, 6,000 damage and lethal. So this is the power of the deck. It's very powerful. Can feel a lot of bricky sometimes, you know. I mean, that's the nature of the deck when you don't play very synergetic card, a lot of gadgets, and then Thunder Dragon and Levy. Not the most synergetic deck without the skill, of course. So yeah, this is how it can be like. It's very powerful when you pop off, but when you don't pop off, it does look a bit frail, not gonna lie. Yuto. So the thing is, this deck has a pretty nice matchup against Phantom Knights, and this deck actually pretty much wins against a lot of decks that don't have many disruptions, you know. Because this deck can pretty easily a lot of times win through 2 disruptions, not maybe 3, but 2 disruptions, you know. And which deck has more than 2 disruptions? Not many at all. So yeah, so this is the standard play. You want summon the Gear Gigant. We decide to search for the gold gadget here for follow-up with red gadget because we already have Kite Ride for protection. We can now activate the skill, get the Gandora, now discard with the Thunder Dragon. And this is your pretty much standard turn 1 play. You end up with 5 cards because of the Thunder Dragon. And you have a monster on the board, and the thing is, a lot of decks won't really destroy your Gear Gigant on the turn 2, you know. I mean, I guess it depends a lot on the deck, but, you know, the chances are decent that you will end up with him on the turn 2, and then, maybe not decent, but fair, and then you can detach and grab a card again, you know. So that's pretty nice. Okay, Ancient Cloak. Unfortunately, we don't have a crow here. Okay, so here you see, for him to be able to destroy my Gear Gigant so we don't plus another card, he has to use Book, which is 1 disruption, you know. So, in other words, we're gonna have a much easier time to OTK next turn. Okay, he mills decent. He can grab his Fog Blade. Set up 3 back row still with, you know, losing the book. Must be nice, bro. Okay, we can go with gold gadget into the red gadget. Grab a card. Now we decide to, I think, tribute summon here instead of go for... I think maybe we should have went for the Diamond Direwolf here, so we force out a book or... you know, their Fog Blade, and then we pop off with Giga Rays Gandora. But I guess this is still fine. Maybe this is the play because I don't know, I'm not sure. But anyways, we decide to now go for the Giga Rays Gandora. Fortunately for us, he doesn't have more disruptions as he used this the book earlier. He has, this is also the thing, a lot of decks will have a lot of back row removal, and back row removal against us is literally a card less, you know. Imagine playing against a deck where your card is literally, you know, a dead card, a card less, you know. And we don't care that he has that MST set because we banish the whole field, you know. And we also banish the graveyards and have 6,000 damage. Pretty nice. And also the thing is, we banish from the graveyards, so in other words they can't float, and in other words they can't have follow-up really, you know. There's 0 cards that he can have as a follow-up here. So yeah, pretty nice showcase of how this deck beats the best deck, Phantom Knights. And the last duel we have, let us see, May Valentine. Okay, Harpies is an interesting matchup. I'm not sure if this has a winning matchup against Harpies. The thing is, Harpies can easily main deck Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, and they can easily get to it through the deck to grab the Shadow, you know, to get the Shadow Imprisoning, because they have a lot of, you know, going through their deck with the freaking spell, the Feather Rest or whatever it's called. So the thing is, we have our standard play here with Silver Gadget into Red Gadget. Now we can also activate the skill, get into the Gandora. And we decided to pass on that. The thing is, I guess we assumed he won't be able to OTK through 2 monsters because because he's playing a 26 card deck. Otherwise you should probably go for Gear Gigant X, but the thing is, if he decides to bounce here, it's pretty nice for us, you know, if he bounces any of the monsters, whereas and we expect him to not be able to OTK. Whereas if he bounces Gear Gigant, we are left with 0 cards, just the Kytroid, you know. And the Kytroid, which we might be forced to use, because if he opens Channeler, we have to use the Kytroid. So we are you know at 0 cards. We are left at 3 cards. Whereas here we have a nice board, and then we may be able to get back one of these cards to get some advantage back, you know. So for that reason, I would say that was the play. Okay, let's see. So as you can see here, we would be forced to use the Kytroid. Now here, as you can see, we are left with the Silver Gadget on the board, which is pretty nice for us. Especially we top deck Thunder Dragon, pretty nice. Especially have Witch of the Black Forest, which we can tribute summon over, because we have double summon because of the skill. We have double summon, so we can tribute summon for Gandora. We also fill out the delays. We did fill out it was actually a floodgate. He also decides to bounce his Channeler, we don't care really. We can search for Levy. Unfortunately, when you search for the Levy with the Witch, you don't have his effect. But we don't care about his effect, we can just, you know, go in with Blackluster Soldier and Levianeer for game, you know. Harpies don't really play hand traps, so yeah, we basically have a game right there. So as you can see, we can pretty much easily OTK through 1 disruption, you know, pretty comfortably. So yeah, that is gonna be it anyways. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I very much enjoyed playing this deck, and hopefully you enjoy playing this deck as well if you decide to buy the deck. But yeah, that's gonna be it. See you in the next one. Bye.